at one of the most anticipated games in Xbox history. This is Starfield.
So Xbox had a showcase last night and they revealed a lot of interesting stuff, including the one and only Starfield. We were able to take an in-depth look into many of the aspects of the game. What struck me first was the clear resemblance and inspiration from No Man's Sky in regard to both harvesting and the familiar looking laser gun in order to harvest, using an element system as well for crafting. This is a little bit cheap coming from Bethesda, but it's very commonplace to take inspiration from other games, and well, if it ain't broken, then don't fix it, I suppose. Having around 1,000 planets that can be visited in their entirety leaves me a little dubious on, well, how will exploration feel? My fear is that it's going to be empty and lifeless. Is the only reward for exploration crafting and materials, or are there any other incentives for the player to explore? These questions are usually answered after the games are released. The other clear inspiration is to be expected is Fallout and the Elder Scrolls series. Bethesda want to create the same experience but just in space. Animations, weapons and shooting all look very similar to Fallout, even down to having a laser rifle. Character interaction is most likely going to be the same as previous games, but with multiple choice questions, and I could see the main protagonist not having a voice just to cut down on cost as well as risk if the game goes belly up. The graphics are an upgrade from Fallout, but the resemblance is still definitely there. What excites me the most, however, is the ships and the ship customization. It looks like we're going to have the ability to combine almost. Narratively, the game seems to centre around the hunt for alien artifacts. These artifacts have the unique ability to give people visions in order of which to push forward the story, one of which is given to the player. The player will have to uncover what they're made of and what they're made for. The main faction that the player joins is called Constellation, who Todd called the last explorers of the galaxy. In Bethesda fashion, there are also many other factions that the player can join, with other side quests such as the Crimson Fleet, who want to eradicate pirates. These, I imagine, are the equivalent to the Brotherhood in Fallout, when they're with others. Character customization is said to be the best yet. The player can select a background which gives them a boost to some stats and even some extra dialogue options. Also, for the first time, Bethesda have added something called traits. That adds a little extra to character background, but also trades positive and negative things. For example, if the player chooses the introvert trait, the player gains more endurance when exploring alone, versus less endurance when they explore with others. Overall, Bethesda are masters of storytelling, and I expect Starfield to be just as compelling as their previous work, with a fresh IP which gives unparalleled freedom.